Dublin, June 1922. In the opening engagement of the Irish Civil War, a massive explosion destroys the Public Record Office of Ireland. 7 centuries of documentary history are incinerated. Census records, wills, title deeds, parish registers, and records dating back to the 12th century go up in flames, severely limiting research into Ireland's past, into its society, families, and individuals.
Since the disaster, historians and archivists have tried to fill this huge gap in Irish history. Here at the National Archives in London, a shadow archive survives, where many copies of lost documents are preserved. Funded by the Irish government, the Virtual Record Treasury of Ireland is a partnership of over 70 archives in Ireland, the UK and around the world. We're a team of historians, archivists, conservators and computer and heritage scientists working to construct this free online resource for anyone interested in the history of Ireland. In 2016, the National Archives began sharing its expertise and resources as a partner in this groundbreaking team effort. Since 1169, when the English first arrived in arms, Ireland and England have been connected by a web of parchment and paper. Establishing English control by building castles and collecting taxes required administrators, and they kept records. By the 19th century, the public record offices of England and Ireland contained thousands of interconnected threads of correspondence. Census and land records, town charters, documents on law and order, tax, security and intelligence.
When our team encounters a replacement document in the National Archives, we work with archivists and conservators to prepare it for digitalisation, before making it freely available on the Virtual Treasury. The National Archives has also developed pioneering materials science techniques, revealing previously invisible details, giving us insights into lives once thought lost forever. An important focus for the collaboration has been the medieval and early modern periods, covering the 12th to the 18th centuries. A knight on a charging horse, flashing his sword, the very image of the conquering warrior. With this seal, John, youngest son of King Henry II, stamped his authority on his new subjects. Lordship of Ireland, over both the new settler community and the native kings and peoples, was granted to him by his father in 1177. When John became king, the colonial settlement expanded and the network of records flourished. A new exchequer in Dublin collected and spent the king's money in Ireland, recording these transactions on parchment. In our Age of Conquest portal, we're reconstructing the rolls of receipts of this exchequer. These show how money was raised, royal estates were managed, and wars financed. They also detail corruption scandals.
Treasurers, usually high-ranking English clergymen, fell as inquiries revealed money laundering, concealed payments, and missing tax returns. This document from about 1284 reveals that Ireland's copy of Domesday, one of the most important records of royal rights across the island, was destroyed in a house fire in Dublin when a clerk took it home and stashed it under his bed. But the financial scandals proved useful for us. They made English kings demand that copies of the documents be sent to London for audit. Many were never returned to Dublin and so escaped the fire of 1922. These documents aren't simply concerned with the high and mighty. They also demonstrate the role of women and individuals of Irish ethnicity within colonial society. We're bringing out some of these hidden voices and highlighting how they were viewed by those in power. This is the role of receipts for 1356. Edward III is at war with France. He needs money and is experimenting with new taxes. But here we also see Emma, the heir of Agnes le White, who paid to confirm her ownership of Agnes's lands. A rare and interesting example of women in Ireland managing their business interests. Ireland was England's first colony, where the techniques of administration and control were developed and later used in its wider empire. Here too, imperial habits of mind were formed. Tucked away in this amazing volume, used by exchequer clerks in Westminster around 1300, is this cartoon of a barefoot, hooded figure wielding an axe. A stereotypical wild Irishman, outside and clearly not deserving the benefits of English law. It isn't just the Irish who received this treatment. Similar cartoons depict barbarous Welsh archers with strange haircuts, and they give away no footwear.
From the late 15th century, the Crown tightened its grip on Ireland. As a consequence, the English government in Dublin could no longer propose its own policy and legislation. Government business now needed prior approval from London, which resulted in a dramatic increase in the flow of official and private correspondence across the Irish Sea. You can read these in a series called The State Papers Ireland, which spans the years 1509 to 1782. Totalling more than 500 volumes and containing tens of thousands of letters, papers, maps, legislation and proclamations that were sent to or from the Secretaries of State at Whitehall. This series provides a rich understanding of life in Tudor and Stuart Ireland. It is the sheer variety of topics that makes this series so special. For now, we are focusing on the years 1660 to 1715, from the restoration of Charles II to the death of Queen Anne, combining enhanced cataloguing with images and machine-generated transcriptions of more than 20,000 items, which will total more than 8 million words of searchable history. To help make this information accessible, we are working closely with computer scientists at Trinity College Dublin to digitally link the sender of each letter with its recipient. We are also linking records at the National Archives in London with papers held in libraries and archives across Ireland, Britain and beyond, offering extraordinary insights into the early modern period. But there is more than just politics in the State Papers Ireland, as we get many glimpses of ordinary life. In their petitions sent to the Crown for clemency and justice, we encounter people struggling to find a footing in a rapidly changing country. Here, Anne Brough pleads with Charles II for her husband's life as he languishes in prison in Dublin, having been convicted of murder. The King referred the matter back to the Lord Lieutenant in Dublin, inadvertently creating a paper trail that we can now make available. State Papers Ireland is part of a wider re-engagement with the records of the English and Irish governments in the medieval and early modern periods held at the National Archives, reclaiming as much as possible of what was lost in 1922 so the voices of the past can be heard again.
No single archive can retrieve from the ashes what was destroyed, but the National Archives is proud to be a core partner in the virtual Treasury, making a significant contribution to refilling the virtual shelves. Through working together, we are learning as much about our own collections as we are about each other's, and the Virtual Record Treasury of Ireland is expanding all the time. Jump in and explore Ireland's past.